Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you an absolutely insane strategy for the Mongols in Age of Empires 4. This one's going to be a Mongol tower rush or outpost rush, and we actually start doing this within the Dark Age. So it's a really strong early rush. So certainly for those of you who are familiar with Age of Empires 2, you'll be aware of the tower rush. This is basically a strategy where your main aim is just to slow your opponent down, push them off the resources, gain map control, and try and get an economic advantage. Now quite often players will resign after being tower rushed, so it could actually be quite a game ending strategy. And I must admit, this particular Mongols build order is certainly becoming my build order of choice for the Mongols in Age of Empires 4. So before we dive into the build order, do hit the like button if you want to support the channel. It'll really help the video to spread and help the channel to grow. Also consider subscribing for more Age of Empires 4 build orders and other content. And let's dive in. Okay, so first thing we do with this build order is take your town centre over to the woodline, ideally near your stone, and unpack. 4 of your starting villages are going to go onto sheep, and 2 of them are going to go over to the stone and make the Ovoo. Once they've made the Ovoo, they're going to go over to wood, and your first 3 villages that come out of the town centre are going to go on to wood as well. So we are going to need quite a bit of wood income very early on in the game. So the outposts do actually cost 75 wood, which is quite a bit cheaper than other civilizations. So it really gives the Mongols a good strong outpost rush. We're also going to be using spearmen in this build as well. So the spearmen will be double produced by a barracks that's going to be by the Ovoo, and the idea with those is they will be able to just hop into the outposts, because the outposts in the Dark Age cannot actually shoot arrows unless they've got a unit garrison within them. So that's going to be the main purpose of the spearmen at this point. So we're not going to be heavily investing into spearmen. We'll probably make 4 or 6 just to make sure that we've got the numbers for the outposts, and then we should be looking at clicking up to the feudal age by building Deerstone's landmark. So once you've got those 5 on wood, we're going to take 2 of them off. They're going to make the barracks at the Ovoo, and the next villager that comes out is going to go over there and make that barracks as well. So we're going to have 3 making the barracks. So you should have had 150 wood by that point. And now we've got the villager out there. We're going to send 1 more villager over to wood just to give us a total of 4, and then 2 more villagers are going to go on to sheep, giving us a total of 6 on sheep. So we should have 6 on sheep, 4 on wood at that sort of point. Now once the barracks is made, just send your villagers forward. Now I was very late here in actually sending the column forward to scout, but I had a rough idea where the enemy base would be based on my positioning. It could either be on this sort of northeast or northwest side of the map, so just kind of sending my villagers just straight north for now. And as you can see, we've made a couple of spearmen as well. So just gonna wait for 1 more to come out onto the sheep there, just to get us that 6th villager on the sheep. As you can see, we've been able to scout around this area a little bit and figured out that the enemy isn't there, so I started to move over this side, and as you can see, I did manage to find the enemy. So now we've got those 6 villagers on the sheep. We're going to send 2 over to gold. We should have enough wood to make a gur there and drop our first outpost. So the good thing here as well is that we've got the spearmen, so if villagers do come in to try and deny the building of the outpost there, we've got the spearmen that can cause a little bit of damage to those villagers and hopefully pick a couple off. You can probably make some more spearmen as well at this point, just to make sure you've got plenty of protection up there. As I say, you probably want 4 or 6 spearmen in total. Don't want to heavily invest in them too much. So we've found the gold pile. So first thing we've done, we've denied the barriers, we've denied a little bit of wood, and the main important resource is the gold. So that's where we're heading now with that spearman there. We've got a couple more spearmen on the way as well. So now that we've got the 2 on gold, all new villagers are going to go onto sheep for the time being. So we're going to be sending 8 new villagers onto sheep. That should give us a total of 14 on food, and then we should be able to quite easily click up to the feudal age. That's essentially the main part of the build until we've clicked up. So we've just got to wait for those. So we'll have a look at what we're doing with these outposts then. So as you can see, we've garrisoned one of the spearmen into the outpost. The enemy does have some spearmen of his own trying to take the outpost down, but it's not going to work necessarily. And the good thing is with this as well is if they do start attacking your outpost, perhaps with a few spearmen, not only are you able to garrison spearmen in the tower, but you know, you'll also have spearmen that could come out and just pick them off as well. Or you could garrison the villages in and just use the spearmen to take down the enemy. So now we've got that tower, we've just popped another spearmen in there. We're going to place another tower here, fully denying this woodline now. We're also going to be denying those berries as well, which is deer as well, which is going to be really, really good. And then we're going to start moving away around this way, probably deny the stone, just because we don't want them to get any town centres. And then we'll move back down this way towards this wood line and start denying the wood from there. But I suppose really it depends on where we notice the enemy are collecting the resources from, so do be aware of that. Now this is against the intermediate AI, so it's not overly great in terms of, you know, they've not got a lumber camp down yet or anything, so, you know, it's a bit easy against the intermediate, but I have tried it during play testing of the build, and tried it against the hard AI, hardest AI I should say, and again it was pretty easy going. And I've also tried it against players on the ranked queue, and it's worked very, very well, and I've been able to beat the French with it because we've effectively denied all the gold and other resources. It just prevented those knights. So now we've got enough resources, we've taken 10, we will be taking 10 off sheep. There's another one and another one, to start making deer stones. Now do feel free to take your gold miners off of there as well and send them over to help out. And then all new villages at this point, we're just going to be sending a load over to berries. And well, as you can see, those final 2 out of 14 went to berries, but we'll just keep adding them on to berries at this point. And as you can see, more and more towers going down, denying more and more resources. Need some more spearmen, but there's no one on there at the moment. So we're just going to keep denying those resources, work our way around. And once you actually hit the feudal age, you'll be able to immediately start adding arrow slits to all of these towers. And arrow slits is pretty cheap, it's 25 gold, 50 stone, so probably worth leaving those gold miners on the gold. Once the deer stones has been created, just send half of them back to sheep and half of them over to berries, just so you've got plenty of food income coming in. And at that point you can just kind of start doing whatever you want with your build. If you want to start looking at adding archery rangers or more spearmen, you can do. I tend to just add spearmen and then save up some rams, so probably start adding a few more villagers onto wood very shortly. But as you can see, more towers coming down, more and more resources have been denied. And that, my friends, is it for this one. So as I mentioned earlier, on the screen now there are end cards. We've got the build order playlist on the right, and on the left is a Mongol Mangadai Rush build order. So if you're quite keen on Mongols, do check that one out. I'll see you on the next one.